Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Opinion Machine. My name is Killjoy and I am joined by the one and only Mr. Mark Kitchen. How's it going?
Good afternoon, I'm good, how are you?
I'm fucking knackered. I'm so full of adrenaline. As always, Opinion Machine, we are talking about anything game related, and as you can probably tell, that we are going to be talking about the Smash Direct that's just happened.
Yes.
And let's just say I'm very, very excited and I'm very tired from all the energy I have just expended. So without any further ado, let's just go off like just general sort of thoughts and feelings on it. Like, this was pretty fucking amazing, wasn't it?
I don't know if it could be any better.
Yeah.
They didn't miss the mark in any of that. Yeah.
It was literally like new thing after new thing after new thing, like bang, 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 like that. Completely just go, and that was it. And then, yeah, I am very excited. So let's go through it. So they started off with like a character trailer, which was clearly Simon Belmont from the start. It's like there's a guy walking up to a castle, and then you see Luigi running around with his light trying to flash the enemies, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And you see all these different like enemies and things, and then they killed Luigi off.
Yeah, that was random. Yeah. Oh my god, they killed him!
They killed him. So they killed Mario off in the Ridley trailer. They killed Luigi off in this one, and then you see Simon break in, and he's fighting Dracula. And he like comes out, like lashes out, I think is what it comes up with.
Yeah.
And his design, oh my god, he looks so good. Like,
yeah,
he looks
yeah.
like really, really such a well-designed character. He even moves like he does in the original game. That kind of like sort of walk that he has from the original game is really cool. But like, how do you feel about this character? Like, seeing this, is this something that you're glad to see in the game?
I'm happy to see it. I've never actually played a Castlevania game, but I know obviously it's a big series, and it just seems like the last kind of retro series that hasn't been done yet. I don't know what else Smash could add now.
I mean, it's one of those classic characters, isn't it, from the SNES era. So. Yeah.
I honestly don't know who the Echo character was though.
Oh, Richter. So so they showed off Echo Fire, which I think was a surprise to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, no supposed leaks or rumours or anything said about this guy, but so he was obviously kept well under wraps. But Richter is from, I think, the Game Boy games. I think there's a couple of Game Boy games, and he is the character in that. Because there's also Trevor Belmont in one of them as well. So they decided to show off Richter, and so we got two Castlevania characters, and with him being the Echo Fighter, and that was really cool. That was such a nice surprise. It's like, there's been rumblings of Simon for such a long time, but to actually see him, his moveset looks great. It looks very, like they were saying in the direct, like it's very simple, but like quite powerful, and it suits the character, like how the games work. Like, in those games you have the main whip, and then after that you get sub items like the axe and water and things like that. So
the cross.
Yeah, you really like it because of Castlevania and Metroid. They're the ones that spawn that Metroidvania genre. I think you'd like. They're quite hard, the original ones, but they are good games. So we had that, and we then obviously got Richter shown off. Then we got like the Dracula's castle stage, which was really cool. Like this castle, and there's even like a mummy jumping out, and then like a werewolf coming through the window, like really dark. Like aesthetic of this stage. It shows like an outdoor bit with like a clock tower in the background, and I was like, oh, this looks like a lot of fun. Lots of like dudes to fight on it by the looks of it, and also the fact that you can smash like the candlesticks and items drop out, which is a real nice nod to the original games.
Yeah. So
what did you think of this stage?
I thought it looked really cool. Yeah, I love the design of it. I just can't wait to get my hands on it.
It's like very gothic, and it's
going
to be good. And obviously Dracula decides he's going to pop up at some point. Apparently there's like a certain way you trigger that. I've got a feeling it'll probably be like play the game at midnight, or something like that. He'll be there. But you get a lot of these famous boss characters that you're fighting in there, which is really fun. All like the mini sort of enemies you come across, which is really, really cool. I think the thing that surprised me the most about all this Castlevania stuff was the fact that they've added 34 songs in.
It's mental.
34 songs for
one game.
And I'm like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm so happy because like the music side of these games has always been a huge thing to me.
Yeah.
I was like, but you've got like Vampire Killer in there, you've got the tune from the original game, the tune from Castlevania 3. I was like, oh man. I think the one from 3's in there anyway, but like, yeah, I am so happy to hear that because that means there's going to be so many good remixes. There's probably a lot of metal going on there, which I think will work really well. Maybe some like very like orchestrated like violins and things. So that's going to be really good.
And the way the whip looks so cool.
Yeah,
so like
the range on that whip is just like boosh. See you later.
Said that there's going to be like some slowness about some of the moves, but that will be balanced out because it's the range. It's got a longer range than any other character's weapon or something like that.
They keep doing this because originally Shulk had like his smash attacks were like long.
Yeah.
And then they added Corrin in, who had like longer moves.
Yeah.
And then they put Belmont in, and it's just like, man, look at the range on those things. So I'm guessing that what'll be is like his standard A moves with the whip will be a nice balance between being like not too damaging, but like because obviously the range. And obviously a bit slower, but I think his special moves, the axe and the fire and all those things, will probably be more damaging than his actual A moves.
Yeah.
To counterbalance the fact that you can, you have that ridiculous, especially his air move where he like whips it so far.
Yeah.
It's like Christ. But then in the same way, you can swing his thing around freely.
Freely, yeah. What did they?
I mean, I don't understand how you could do that.
I don't get it. I don't. Yeah.
So,
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, because I was like, what do you do? Roll the C stick, but that would trigger the smash attacks.
Yeah.
Because. Well, I'm like, that's cool though. Like, apparently you can block items with it as well. Like when he was spinning it, he was like blocking stuff.
Yeah,
I was like, so Simon. So the cool thing about Simon is he looks like Simon, same with Richter from their games. They look on what I would call a little bit basic, but actually they're not basic. They just have that moveset right straight out of their games. Which I think is so cool.
Got everything you need.
Yeah.
Like I've not played the games, but I've watched.
Yeah.
I've seen footage. I know what the characters look like, what the stages look like, what the weapons look like.
Yeah.
And they've got everything you need.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. And like I said about his look as well and his design, I'm just like, oh my god, everything about this is so good, so good. Moving on from there, like they started off strong with brand new two characters, and then they were like, here's some more Echo Fighters. So we got Crom. We got Crom. We got Dark Samus. Let's start with Crom first. This confused me because I was like, oh, he's clearly going to be an echo of Ike. And he's not. He's an echo of Roy with Ike's up B, and I'm like, what is going on here?
That's weird.
I want to play as him because I'm like, Roy in Smash Wii U, I really, really like. Like we were playing it earlier. You like picking Ike, I was picking Roy. Like Roy, I like the flow for him. I know he's quite difficult to use, but I like him. If you've got a character who's now got some differences, but clearly his up B is, so it's weird that he's an Echo Fighter because he's got one move that's completely different. But
yeah.
I want to get my hands on him to see what his difference is, and he still attacks with the hilt of the sword, which is really cool. I mean, you probably don't have much feelings on these Fire Emblem characters, but what did you think of like this character being added in?
It's pretty cool. I mean, I was thinking there's a lot of Fire Emblem characters. But
Yeah.
We've said before that because there are so many characters in this game, it's not going to feel out of balance.
No, of course not.
Even though there's now 7.
Yeah.
That's just adding to such a huge roster anyway. I don't know who Crom is, so I'm not going to lie.
Sure.
I don't think 99% of
They are. Anyone
people
who
know who he is.
He's from Robin, obviously being in the game.
Yeah,
he's from the same game. So it's Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah.
Crom,
Isn't that considered to be one of the best ones?
Yes. So he's actually quite popular, Crom. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunately he wasn't in the last game, but they didn't add him in because he was like Sakurai has too many sword fighters from the same series. So we've now got 3 characters from the same Fire Emblem game, being Lucina, Crom, and Robin. But like you're saying, like the fact is, because we've got every character back, we've already got this huge roster. It's hard to feel like that spot's been stolen because it really hasn't. He's an Echo Fighter, which is the nice thing about it. Is like, yes, it's another fighter, but technically he's just a version of this character with one move different, which I'm totally fine with.
And there's going to be a new Fire Emblem game next year, so that can kind of justify us having so many Fire Emblem
and they'll
characters.
probably DLC one down the line anyway if they do DLC with it.
Yeah.
Then we got Dark Samus, which I was, as soon as the music kicked in, I was like, it's Dark Samus, it's finally happening. And like her design looks amazing.
It looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's like neon metal kind of blue metal
like,
kind
the
of
lines
thing.
and veins are like sticking out of the body, and like she like looks really cool. And obviously she's the Echo Fighter of Samus, but like the way that she like hovers there, like kind of like Ridley in the fact that she just like emanates evil, like that kind of like when you see Ridley in action, you're like, that guy's trying to fuck some people up. Like Dark Samus, she's like doesn't have like that sort of stance, sort of powerful stance that Samus has. So she's got that floating sort of like aura about her, and just like like just killing people. I'm not sure what different moves she had. It was harder to see in that trailer.
I didn't see any different moves.
I think her up B was at an angle rather than straight up, but I could be wrong. I need to like get my hands on her to play her to find out. But I got a feeling her power shot's going to be different. I think it's kind of like a different effect.
Yeah.
Like it'll still knock them backwards. I was saying to Mark earlier that if they could have gone with her as a separate character, because she's got a lot of moves from the game that are different, even though she can do the same things as Samus.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm very happy that she's in the game. I was like, now Metroid finally has 4 playable characters, 3 of them being a Samus of some type, but that doesn't matter. I think you've got like the most recognisable characters now.
And we're all really excited to play as Ridley as well. So.
Yeah, I mean Ridley looks awesome, and I can't wait to just see what he's like, to be able to play and fly around with him and whatnot. So that's going to be really good. Then from then on, the next thing they went into was stages, and we got. I only listed a few here, but they basically said there's 103 stages in this game, minus the 3 for Battlefield, Final Destination, and Big Battlefield. And oh my god, there was a lot of stage select screen. I was like, and they're all listed in chronological order, which is really cool. I mean, what are your feelings on this? Amazing.
Yeah. Just seeing, well, obviously seeing some of our favourite stages come back was really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to play on some of the 3D, like all the 3DS stages.
Yeah, of course.
Because I've never played the 3DS version.
Oh, and they look so good.
It's like all new stages to me.
Yeah, of course.
And we watched this direct twice, and oh no, it was the first time we watched it. Yeah, yes. It was the first time we watched it, but it wasn't until we saw the stage selection screen the second time, when you saw the Super Mario Brothers level in the top right corner from the N64 game.
So let me give you guys some context now. So obviously throughout this entire direct, I was shouting my head off and just like shouting yes and clapping my hands. And the one thing I really wanted in this game, there's 2 things, and I got both of them. But we'll get to the first thing. One of the things I wanted was the Mushroom Kingdom 64 stage from the N64. That level is still my favourite Smash level ever, because you can go down the pipes, you've got the power bit, like, for some reason, it's just been ignored, and I've never understood why, because it has that classic Mario look. It's like the first
perfect 8-bit look.
And I was trying desperately while watching it. It was like showing off the stage select screen, and I noticed it at the top, and I was like, is that Mario Maker? And I got closer to it, and it had the platforms, and I was like, they've finally done it. They finally put it in the game. And yeah, I just want to go through some of the stages they've shown off. We'll start with the returning ones. Like Final Destination was one of the ones. That looks really cool.
That looks really cool.
Real like
yeah.
I don't know what to describe. Like real like proper. It looks like someone's had a fight there. Like it looks a little bit smaller actually from the last game, but like the design of it is incredible. Like really like spiky bits sticking out everywhere. Which I'm glad that we've got a new Final Destination. Hopefully it's just as crazy like on Wii U when we were flying through the planets. Fountain of Dreams. Wow, wow! The upgrade on that was incredible. You don't realise
to the melee.
Yeah. You don't realise. I mean, same with the Congo Jungle waterfall level that they showed off in E3. You're like, oh my god, that was a highlight. Obviously, Mushroom Kingdom 64 being like they didn't show it off for gameplay, but I saw that icon and I was like, I need to see
it
this.
In the corner.
But they all the state like there are so many stages. There are still some that aren't announced. I'm going to go through them at some point and figure out what's there. Let's talk about New Donk City.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow, it looks so good.
That was so cool.
It looks so good. I mean, you and me both really liked Odyssey. Probably one of the iconic places in that game.
Yeah.
When we saw like a snippet of this back at E3, it was like, how is the stage going to play out? And I think the way that they've done it really justifies the fact there's like the verticality in that world. And so basically on this stage, you start at the bottom and it goes up by layer by layer by layer. And you basically get to the top and then it flies all the way back down. But at the same time, the band members are flying around as well. You can like jump near them and they do stuff. I'm just like, oh, this looks so good.
I love how you get to the top and then the camera turns so that you're looking down from the top.
Yeah.
Like a bird's eye view, and then it goes down right to the bottom. That's really cool.
And like at points you've got the Odyssey flying in the background. You've got the skyline of it. Like it just looks incredible.
Band members just sort of float in on little platforms and what's her face turns up? Pauline, yeah.
I wonder if she turns up even if you have a song that isn't Jump Up Superstar, or whether they're only there when Jump Up Superstar plays. Because
how cool would it be if the band played various different Mario tracks?
Oh my god, if the band's there but she's not, for example, or there's like remixes of other songs. Maybe they've got like that band back in to do like other versions of songs with lyrics or something. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I really want to hear the 8-bit version turn up in this.
Yeah.
So the 8-bit version of Jump Up Superstar, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
That's one of the best bits in the Odyssey.
Oh yeah, exactly. Actually, I'm calling it now. We'll get onto the music in a minute, but I bet you one of those songs is the Wooded Kingdom from Odyssey.
Yeah.
That surf rock music. Oh my! If that isn't, I want it. Either a remix. Or I want the original in there because that tune is like my favourite thing out of Odyssey. It's so good.
Yeah.
Then they showed us something brand new, which I don't think anyone was expecting. But the stage transforms.
Oh my god.
I was like,
so cool.
What? So basically, you can pick between two stages, and you can set it either via time or via I don't know what the other option was, just on. And the stage will, at random, transfer from the first stage you're playing on to the second stage, and that's insane. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
morphing stages, and it wasn't like you said when we were watching it again. You were like, I thought it was just going to be
like Battlefield,
like
similar
shaped stages, but you can do it with any stage.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
I mean, I'll tell you what the best in my head at the moment. The best combination would be Final Destination and Battlefield, like on a basic level, because the idea that you might start off on a flat stage and then you transform over, and suddenly you've got platforms. Obviously, there's way more interesting combos, but I could see that being like, especially if the competitive scene wanted to play on that, that would be really cool. But for me, I would like to see a lot of those flying around levels. Like, you might be on Isle Delfino, and then you're suddenly on like the Odyssey level, New Donk City, or like the Skyloft, and then you're on Delfino Island. Because they're similar levels, so you could do some really fun combos. You could do crazy stuff. Like, I didn't notice it the first time around, but you pointed out to me like Hannonbo's back. I was like, that's a crazy ass level.
Yeah.
Just shove that with something.
Oh
like,
yeah, we saw that. It wasn't shown off, but we saw it on the menu. It's like,
Hannonbo.
Imagine being on like a really safe level where there's no edges, and then going to like transferring onto Hannonbo. Like,
We Fit Studio to that.
Yeah. How are they going to do it if you say you're playing on like a level like Donkey Kong one where there's like barrels and stuff?
Yeah.
What if you're like, I'm just trying to think of how it would work if you're about to go into a barrel and
so
I don't know.
My guess would be that it would spit you out,
spits you into the new level like at the same time.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be really cool. See, what I think is really cool about this is the fact that we've seen this in the game already. You know the Fire Emblem stage where you start on the top, then you go in the middle, then you go in the basement, don't you?
Yeah.
All they've done now is let you have more control of that. They're like, yeah, you want to play on different stages, merge them together, go have fun. And like, this is not a feature I ever knew that I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, this was so cool about it. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I can merge two Metroid levels, or I can merge two Mario levels. Like, there's so many cool things you can do with this. So.
And then you know what came up that we also thought, oh my god, like, I didn't think I'd never even thought of this, but now they brought it up, it makes sense.
What's that?
The characters as lives.
Yes. So, they showed off kind of two different, there's kind of two different modes that they added to the rule sets that are really cool. The first one being Squad Strike, which is a 5v5 or 3v3 elimination type battle where the characters that you select are your lives. So no longer are you locked to one character. If you pick three lives, you have to pick 3 separate characters.
Yeah.
This could be fucking amazing to watch.
That'd be so much fun.
This I want to see done competitively, because that completely changes how you game. It's not just the stage you have to think about. You're now playing as. So if you pick Pokemon
to be good
Trainer,
with a lot of all the characters.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I like the idea of being like, I'm gonna pick DK, Bowser, and Ridley. You're like, okay, so you're picking on the heavyweights, man. Like, you know, but like, I like the idea that you pick the characters in the order you think. So like for me, like my best characters in Wii U would probably be like Luigi, Ness, DK. And I'd probably put it in Luigi, Ness, DK in that order of my best characters. And that's so cool because it completely changes. You no longer are like, I'm fighting this character for 3 rounds. I know this character's got terrible recovery. I can chuck him off the stage. As soon as you kill that character, someone else pops out. Completely different strategy altogether.
Yeah.
And I think that is so cool. Like, I cannot. I mean, they kind of did this with Wii U, where in the Smash Tour mode, where you collected the character and they were your lives. Now we don't have to play that mode. We can just play this thing of it, and I think that is so good.
Yeah.
So good. The other mode that they showed off was one called Smashdown, which I love the idea of this. So you have the character select screen. Every time you pick a character in this mode, once you've used them, they're gone. So it means you have to play through the entire mode, and the fact you can like I'm like, okay, so maybe I want to leave Luigi till later because he'll be like one of the last characters. But maybe I don't want Mark to use Ridley, so I'm going to play as him now. Like, I like the idea you can do some crazy stuff with that. That's really fun. What do you think about that mode?
That is cool, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes you think about, it makes you strategize, basically. Yeah. Like, it makes you think about who you want to bring out first and save till late.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can play strategically, you know, like, we know who we like to play. I'm sure that will probably be similar in this game as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't, but we'll figure out pretty quickly and be like, oh, yeah, I'm taking your character. I know! Really screw each other over. They showed off a few things in the they were talking about rule sets. They showed off that you can set up your own rules and it will store that it will try to memorize the rule set. So that's nice. So that means when we play 3 stock or 5 stock or whatever, we can do that and never have to we don't have to keep setting that up every time. We just go bang, that's our set. We're gonna go, and it saves that and remembers that, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, that's really handy.
Just such a small thing, but makes a huge difference because it means you're not having to put your name on, select your character, go to the rule set, change it. You can set it, save it.
There's so many modes with so many different rules now. Yeah. Like you can take out the bosses from the levels, and you know all the different.
Oh, the hazard switch. Yes, they showed that off officially.
You can like change so much than you used to be able to change that it's going to get to the stage where you want to have loads of different combinations. So just being able to save those combos somewhere. Yeah, exactly.
Nice. And I think it's really good to be able to do that. The thing I always love about Smash Bros, and you see more of this with just the rule set stuff, is the fact that they give you so many options and customization things. Like, you know, I'm not against playing with Yellow Devil on Wily's Castle. I understand why people hate him because he takes up so much room and he appears too fast. Like, so having that ability to turn him off, that means more people are going to enjoy that stage, and I think that's really cool. I'm not necessarily going to want to play like Gower playing about Metal Face. He doesn't turn up that much. I think he's actually quite good element of that stage.
And it's a big level, so he doesn't take up the whole level like unlike
Yellow Devil, yeah. You know, and this is interesting enough. They didn't show off Pyrosphere, and like Pyrosphere now as a stage, like just if you take Ridley out, it's actually quite a nice stage to fight. It's a little bit big, so I would shrink it down. But it's weird that I know he's playable in this, but it's weird that he's not like still a stage hazard in that they didn't bring that back. But you never know, they might do in the future. Because they said they showed off 103 stages, but I wonder if they've maybe got more up their sleeve.
Don't know.
Because when you look at the stage select screen, down at the bottom where they had like the newer ones, there was still this much gap.
Yeah.
There's like still a gap for at least another like 6-7 stages or however many it was. So you never know. Maybe there is only 103, but I could see that.
Only.
Only. Wow, I'm so entitled.
Like, oh, well, they can do better.
Yeah. I mean, they can bring back every stage if they wanted to. Where's my Mushroom Kingdom from Melee? Damn it. I'm not satisfied with Mushroom Kingdom 64. I want the other one as well. They also showed off tournament mode being back, which is great. I love tournament mode. I think it's a lot of fun. And they showed off a new training mode, which I thought was really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That whole
with
grid.
The grid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it showed you off like how... I think this is more for like the pros and stuff. The idea that they're going to be able to use that to watch like how far you get knocked back and that data and range and stuff. I thought that was really interesting.
It's for the really technical players that need to know exactly where, you know, how far you get hit and what your range is and everything like that.
Yeah.
I imagine you're going to use it.
I will probably use it for certain things. If I'm curious about certain moves, like certain smash attacks, or if I want to find out like how far does a Falcon Punch send you at 0% and stuff like that, then like the strong moves, because they're the ones that always interest me. So they showed that off. Then they showed off, and we've missed out a particular thing. We'll go back to it in a minute. They did show off classic mode in some sense, and it's more like classic mode from the older games. It's not like the Wii U one, which is kind of more like a board that you kind of select who you want to fight. And the idea, from what they said, is that each character you pick has a set of challenges.
Yeah.
So they've named them, and so it almost kind of like event match names, but for the classic mode. So that I think you play through I don't know how many stages, probably between 1 and 10 in it. It's like 5 or 10.
Yeah.
And you go through, and it'll be like Donkey Kong, and it'll be like Rumble on Metro City or whatever, and you show you who your versus and stuff. And that's really cool. That the classic mode that now has that kind of each character is a bit more individual. Which I really like. We don't know if Master Hand and Crazy Hand are in the game yet, so I wonder if it still ends with them fighting them at the end. That'd be cool.
I don't think I've ever played classic mode on Wii U, have I?
No, you haven't. It's actually my least favourite classic mode because of the randomness that can screw you over in it. So on the Wii U version, what happens is you control your trophy, and it will show you a bunch of different fights, and you can choose to go to which one you want. So there might be one that's versus a metal character, there might be one that's versus like an 8-player Smash battle, and it makes it really hard when you're doing it on the highest difficulty setting, because you might end up with an 8-player Smash on Yoshi's Island, you know, the one with the spinning blocks, that tiny little level, and you just die because you're against level 9 AI, and it's just like pfft. So that part of it I didn't enjoy. The fact they're going back to this sort of style, actually, for me is I prefer that. I like classic mode just being like, here are these set levels, and it's good to see that. Before we move on to anything else, we did miss out My Music, which is a huge thing for me. I think you appreciate it. Since Brawl brought it in, it's been like a huge thing. And they said that there are more than 800 songs in this game.
It's insane.
And then they said there's more than 900 songs if you include the fanfares and the menu music and all that sort of stuff. 28 hours. 28 hours
of music.
Yeah. I mean, 34 of those songs are from the Castlevania ones, but holy Christ! Like, the one thing they didn't say is if this is all unlocked from the start, or whether you still collect CDs. I hope you still get CDs.
I really want CDs.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun unlocking that music. I mean, I don't want every single track to be unlockable, but like, give me at least 100 or something. And yeah, this is a feature that I really appreciate because I love the music and the remixes you get in this game. And Smash Brothers basically has the best soundtrack, really, because it's a combination of all this stuff.
Everything ever.
Yeah, and I mean, you probably feel the same way as I do, but like, that number being that high, I'm just like, I can't wait to hear every single track.
There can't be too many songs really, because again, it's always customizable.
Yeah.
If you think, oh, the song doesn't come up as much, just
change it.
Just make it come up more frequently. Like,
exactly.
They added that feature in, was it Brawl?
Brawl, yeah.
When you could change the slider.
Yes.
Like, that was the best thing ever. Like, just not only because Brawl had so much more music than Melee or the original, but because you could like prioritize songs, and like you're obviously gonna have that feature again now, and it's gonna be great.
The nice thing is we're gonna have music from all of the games plus the new stuff.
Yeah.
So we are going to have brand new remixes, but we're also going to have the old. That's why the soundtrack's so big. Because clearly with this game they want to take all the good music. So why scrap any of the old stuff? Grab the stuff out of Melee. I mean, we know Big Blue's back, right? That's a stage that I love.
Yeah.
I fucking love Big Blue. I want that Melee version of Big Blue in that, but I also want to hear remixes and stuff. And that's something that I really appreciate that they've done. Is every stage that's related to a series can have every track on it. Yeah. You pick a Zelda stage. We pick the pirate ship, for example, probably one of the best stages they've made in this game, or in the games that they've done it. It's like, I really, really want to have the Hyrule theme play on that, right? Yeah. I can do that now. I'm not limited to just like Wind Waker music. I'm not limited to, you know, the tracks that were on there from like maybe Spirit tracks or something. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I have my personal favourites anyway. So like, I will sit there for hours and meticulously go through and be like, yes, I really like this remix. I want that to play often. And then I get to do that with every stage now and be like, okay, so do I want this selection of stages? Like, if I pick Hyrule Temple, it's like, do I want Wind Waker stages? No, because it doesn't really fit the theme, so I want to leave that. I might want to have just those play on the pirate ship, but, you know, who knows? I'm going to be so, like, I don't know where I'm going to start when I get my hands on all that. It's going to be insane.
Indeed.
So, absolutely huge. Then they showed off some items. So, this is including items, Pokeballs, assist trophies. Wow, there's some cool new stuff in this. Anything stand out to you that you really liked from those?
I really like the Executor Pokemon.
Yeah,
that was cool.
That's such a cool idea.
So the neck of the Pokemon Executor just grows massively and divides the stage in two. And on the trailer, it had like two people fighting on one side and two people fighting on the other, and you can't get the other side. That was really cool.
I wonder how long that lasts.
Ditto was really cool.
Yes.
It basically transforms into, I imagine, your character, and fights for you. So it's like a double.
Yeah, that seems
really
powerful.
Awesome. And the banana gun.
Oh man, I don't know why this exists. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm like, what is this from?
It's just like a one-shot thing as well.
You just shoot someone with a banana gun. It does a lot of damage, and you just chuck the peel on the floor and people slip on it. Yeah. I was like, that is the kind of thing that I want.
Random shit. Yeah.
Just random shit like that. Like,
Shovel Knight.
Oh man, Fruity's not here. I don't think I'm gonna have to get in touch with him, but like, he really wanted Shovel Knight in the game. And to be fair, like, I would have liked him playable, but oh my god, Shovel Knight is in this game.
At least he's in the game. Yeah, he's
which means
assist trophy.
that we may potentially get some Shovel Knight music on a stage.
Yeah.
Which I'd happily put on the Castlevania level, actually.
Yeah.
It would work quite well, that. But I am very happy to see, you know, we've got Bomberman as an assist trophy, yes, I want him playable. We've got Shovel Knight as an assist trophy, yes, I want him playable. But they've recognised it.
They're in it, yeah.
They've recognised how big these franchises are, and I think that is so cool that Yacht Club are like, take our character, put him in.
Yeah.
Of course they want him in Smash. Like, holy Christ, like, that was so cool. One of my personal favourites was Zero from the Mega Man series, was an assist trophy. He turns up. Anything to do with Mega Man, that's really cool. I mean, I don't know if Electroman's in it anymore, but the fact that Zero turns up, that's so cool. He's like the other playable character that from those from the Mega Man X games. And then we saw some really cool, crazy-ass items. We saw the Killing Edge from Fire Emblem. It's a sword that like just does normal damage, but when it glows, it like just knocks you flying.
Yeah. That cool.
I was like, oh, that's cool. I think the craziest one was the Scythe. Death Scythe, that if you're over 100 health, it will just instantly kill you.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like the home run back gone nuts. It's on steroids. In terms of Pokemon, I kind of liked all of them. I liked the one that, like the shadow one that goes under the ground and pops up and hits you, and there's like Mimikyu that eats you, and like all of them looked really good.
Abra.
Yeah, Abra. Oh man, that's a trolly thing. It's like, oh, just sort off, like chuck you off the stage.
Vulpix look pretty cool.
Yeah, we've got both the normal one, the ice one. What other things we have on there? Trying to think. Oh, Grey Fox is back from Metal Gear Solid. Like, that was really cool to see.
Still haven't seen the fan though. Fan item.
Oh man, I wonder if they're gonna bring the fan back. That would be so cool. Oh, I mean, clearly we still haven't seen like half of the items or anything. There's still so much more to be shown off there. I hope we see a lot more of the older stuff come back. We still don't know. Like with Shadow, for example, there's speculation that he's a playable character in this game. We haven't seen his assist trophy yet. We saw Knuckles.
Yeah.
Seen him again. We don't know if he's
Might
back.
be a Hako.
Yeah, I can see that happening. And then next up, we got the main menu, which looks proper clean. I was like, oh, this looks so cool. They were showing that off. They did black out 2 things. Let's say blackout pixelated out a couple things. What is obviously the new mode is either going to be some kind of adventure mode.
Yes, please.
Which is what we want. Or, because there's so many characters, I wonder if it's some kind of like how to get the characters quite quickly. But then you probably put that in an adventure mode, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So
we're also hoping for like some kind of break the targets.
Yeah.
Board the platforms.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So
that will probably get shown off next time, because they did say games and more. So clearly they had the Smash bit that they did show off, which was like Smash, Special Smash, Tournament mode, all that sort of stuff. But they didn't show off like anything else. So that'll be. I think they're gonna go round and show off different things. Leading up to the game's launch, and Sakurai did say in this that they're going to show off every single character before the game comes out. So I'm expecting a character reveal next month, and in October, and in November, and so on and so forth. So that was what they considered it. So he was like saying bye bye, and there was like, what is that stamping noise in the back here?
The screen starts shaking, and there's a stamping noise,
and
like, hang on.
Oh. Okay, so this entire time, I'm sat there being like, I really, really wanted to show off K. Rool. But they showed off the 3 characters at the beginning, so the 4, because you had the Echo of Simon. And I was like, that's fair enough. You've shown off a bunch of new characters, whatever. So then they show off this trailer, and it shows off like Bowser versus Mario, Link versus Ganondorf, Meta Knight versus Kirby, Ridley versus Samus. And I was like,
what's happening
here?
It's
fucking
another
K. Rool.
Yeah.
It's K. Rool. And then it kicks in and you see Donkey Kong yawning, and I wasn't sure if it's DK to start with. You see Donkey Kong and Diddy, and I was like, oh my god, it's K. Rool. So at this point I'm shouting like and smacking the floor. And
fucking shit, what's going on?
Yeah, and then they troll everyone by having King DDD dressed up as K. Rool. And then him laughing and stuff. So basically Sakurai knows. He's got the Mii costume on basically, and he's like trolling the shit out of everyone.
Yeah.
And then finally, after this long wait of mine, he shows up and it shows he's on board, and oh my god. Like, I mean, this game is... I haven't played this game. This is my favourite game of all time.
Me and you were shouting and hugging and jumping around. And how long have you wanted this King? How long have you wanted King K. Rool?
I wanted K. Rool for so long. I wanted him in the. I voted for him in the Smash ballot. So as soon as I had an option, like I wanted him probably as Smash 4 came out. If before that, anyway, because I love the DK series. Like Donkey Kong Country is like one of my favourite games of all time. But like as soon as the Smash ballot was announced, I was like, that's the guy I want, and we were hearing rumblings that he was like, it's very popular, very popular. And I mean, I think you probably got some excitement off of me. I think because I was so into it, you're like, oh my god! And you know, the nice thing about this is like you finally got you've got Ridley now as your villain character. Yeah. I've got K. Rool, and I mean we like playing like the big bad villains, and I think the villains are such a big part of this game. And the fact that we've got two of the biggest villains now. I mean, Ridley's clearly a more popular character, I think, but his K. Rool's moveset is everything I could have asked for. Yeah. He's got his blunderbuss from the second game, he's got his crown throw from the first game, he's got his jetpack from the third game. They've given him some kind of deflect with his belly because he's quite fat. His running animation seems to be him like crawling across the floor like a crocodile. Like,
what do you think about his look?
Oh man, he looks so good because he looks like he's from the first game.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of the first and the second game, but he looks like how I want him to look. Like, I like the fact that they showed off everything and then it was last the crown throw, because I think that was like really important that they had that move, because that's like his, in the first game, that's the move that first thing he does. He gets his crown and lobs it at you, and like has this jumping thing. What was his? Yeah, so it's down B. I'm curious what the rest of his moves are, because we saw like his specials and like his running attack, but we didn't really see some of his other stuff. So I can't wait to get my hands on him to see what his aerials are and his tilts and stuff. But yeah, I mean, after so much anticipation, like I needed this personally. I did need this because I've been reading a lot of the rumours and stuff for the longest time. You know, I'm trying not to get hyped about it because obviously they're rumours, and like he was popping up on every single list, and I was like, maybe he's going to be real. In it.
Because I always thought it was like a thing that was very personal to you, but then I realised that all of the Smash community want it.
Yeah. That surprised me,
and that's what's caused it to happen, because Sakurai has clearly listened to the Smash community.
I mean, you can tell just from that trailer with DDD turning up and being like, "Ha, fuck you!"
Yeah.
He's like dressed up in the costume, and then he's like, because at that point I was like, "Have you just trolled us like really hard?" I was like, "Surely you wouldn't be that cruel."
Yeah.
But maybe that's part of the point, because he's King K. Rool. He's cruel, so maybe. But the thing that got me about this Smash Direct, which I loved, was for the entire time they had like, when Donkey Kong picks up the banana gun, like he comes on screen, Diddy Kong comes on screen, there's a banana gun, Donkey Kong music's playing. One of the assist trophies is Claptrap, one of the enemies from it. So there's all these little nods for this entire thing. And then he shows up at the end, and I'm just like, oh, thank God. Like, whoever gets added to this game at this point, I want everyone to be happy, because I've now got the one character that I desperately wanted, and now he's in the game. You know, I honestly like.
I don't even care if there's no more characters, but we know there are more characters.
He fucking. So the two things that he said, he was like, "We're going to show off that extra mode at another time, and they're going to show off all the characters, and they're going to show them off leading up to the launch," which means, like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. I don't know who else they're going to add. Like, I mean, clearly there's plenty of people they could add, but personally for me, I'm like, whoever you want now at this point, because. I'm happy with the character selection that we've now got.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's like 67 and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, 10 out of 10, fucking 20 out of 10 for this. This was literally everything I wanted. Okay, they didn't add an adventure mode yet or haven't announced it, but everything else was just on point. Like, I literally don't know how anyone could be upset. I mean, we know
like there's nothing for you to be disappointed. Anyone to be disappointed with, like
exactly. Like, I mean, there's rumours that we're gonna get a new Pokemon. Right? I'm not that fussed about a new Pokemon, but so many people will be happy about that, and that just makes me happy, because now I get that I've got the luxurious thing of now going watching everyone else's reactions, knowing what reaction I have. I mean, this if for you, it's probably the most excited you've ever seen me.
Yeah.
Like, I lost my shit, and like originally I planned to record it, but I was like, nah, it's fine. We'll just watch it and then we'll do this video on it, and like. As soon as Belmont turned up, I was shouting at the TV. Like, I was just like, oh,
right from the start.
Yeah, and like, fucking Brinstar Depths is back. I hate Brinstar Depths.
And you were so excited.
I was like, oh my god, Brinstar. And like, that's the power of this like franchise to me. There isn't no other game that gets me excited like Smash does. And I think it's because it's that museum of Nintendo stuff. And it's like, you can tell from the effort they put into this game. I don't care if people say, oh, it's like a port of Wii U. This game has got more content than any other Smash game in it.
Yeah.
Like, they've been working on it for 4 years.
It's not a port, it's like, it's so much more advanced.
Yeah. It's
not
just
that Wii U was underdeveloped.
The Wii U was a fucking amazing game. It's already like 60-something characters. And this game is clearly going to have, like, if you include the echoes, this is already up to like 70 characters. If you exclude it, 67. with the promise of more characters. We are getting, I think, we're going to have, with the Echo Fighters, almost 80 characters. If you take them away, we're probably going to have about 75. I think we are going to see a lot more, and I am super excited. Like, anyone now, from now on, it's just a pleasant surprise. So.
Begs the question, who, other than Echo Fighters, who do you think could get announced?
Well, let's look at franchises that probably need more characters. I mean, F-Zero clearly does, but I think if you put someone in, it would probably be Black Shadow, and he would probably be an Echo Fighter.
Yeah.
So, still someone else. Xenoblade Chronicles is definitely getting someone else.
Yeah.
Whether that's Rex and Pyro from 2 or Elma from X, they're definitely getting somebody else. People really, really, really want another Square rep. So we got Cloud. People want Geno from Super Mario RPG. He seems to be he was very high up on the Smash ballot as well.
Someone from Chrono Trigger.
That's Square, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that would. I think the internet would blow up. Do you know what? At this point, I think that man could do anything he wanted. Yeah. I would not be surprised that we get something from another big RPG, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was Chrono. I mean, you'd have to go with Chrono, wouldn't you? Or the Frog guy, because he looks really cool. I mean, Echo Fight is why I was like Ken for Ryu. Clearly, makes too much sense. There are rumblings that Heihachi from Tekken might be in there, or Namco only have Pac-Man at the moment, so that would kind of make sense. I mean, like Nintendo characters, I'm trying to think of what you'd have. Chibi Robo, Custom Robo, Isabelle as an Echo for the Villager. I mean, Dry Bowser for an Echo for Bowser. I mean, we're getting to that point now where like, what other characters can they pull from? You know, I don't want to see more. Even though I like Fire Emblem characters, I don't want to see more really, unless they've got like axes and stuff. But like. Yeah, I mean, who else do you add into the game? The guy from Excite Bike, have him on his bike. I'd be down with that. Like, the freaking Duck Hunt duo works. So, Sonic, put the guy from Excite Bike in it. Personally, I would like to see Andy from Advance Wars. I would love to see him in a tank. Like, his whole moveset is based around a tank or something. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, we never know if that's going to work. There's, I think, at this point, you're looking at third parties mainly.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at like. I would not be surprised if either Rayman or Crash Bandicoot end up in this game.
Crash would be cool. Well, either of them would be cool, yeah.
And I honestly think that every time we get a third-party announcement, it'll be that character plus some echoes or something. Like, we're not going to get like 2 third parties at the same time. I don't see that happening.
Rayman with his detachable fists.
Yeah, I think Rayman would be so fun. His moveset, him and Crash already have that moveset written.
Yeah.
You know, so. Basically, the thing is, I'm more excited about the game now because of this direct, but I'm just as excited about every single announcement that's going to come from now on.
Yeah. I'm actually like, I've been excited, but it's a combination of more stuff being announced and us getting closer to December, which is at like
less than 4 months.
My excitement is growing, and I'm like, gonna book the day off, and we're just gonna play it all day.
Yeah, we're just gonna play the shit out of this game. And like, the thing is, for me, they said that all the stages are unlocked from the start, which makes sense. But the characters aren't. I want to know like how we unlocking characters, because what I really, really want is like a system that you collect coins or whatever, and you can buy them in any order you want. Because my god, I'm going to buy all the troll characters first, like Jigglypuff and Pichu, and you'll be like, hey, get Ridley. I'm like, no, we'll leave him to the end. Like, clearly, I'm not going to do that, but like, I want to see like how they're going to do that. I'm quite happy to just play versus mode matches and get them that way. Because the thing is, even with the 8 starting characters or however many it's going to be. They're all different. They're all going to play differently. I've got to get used to playing them on new stages and old stages with a new system. I don't want to get them too fast because I'll be like, oh crap! Like I've got to like play all this stuff. So I hope they unlock at a nice pace.
Yeah.
Really, but yeah, I mean we could sit here for hours talking about Smash. Basically, this direct was amazing.
It couldn't have been any better.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And we're going to see... Oh, one thing we didn't pick up on was there was a Monster Hunter character added in, the Raphios, which is like one of the main characters, shown off as a boss character for what we think is a stage, or a stage in an adventure mode. Not sure which.
It doesn't look like a normal stage.
No, it looks like something out of Subspace.
Yeah, it looks like something where you would encounter at the end of some kind of adventure mode.
Level,
yeah.
So there's something clearly going on there, but then they were also showing that you can as an assist trophy, so it was like the first thing ever. But that does lead me to feel more confident about adventure mode because of how well this showed off so much stuff. So I think that's big.
Like I was saying to you earlier before this video, the title of the game has ultimate in it.
Yeah.
Not that doesn't that like to me that obviously means ultimate as in so many characters, so many levels, but also modes.
Content.
So like as much content in every way, and therefore I think that means some incredible adventure mode, like beyond our hopes and dreams. But
yeah.
I wouldn't be disappointed if there isn't one, because the game looks amazing. But if there is one, it will be mind blowing.
Yeah, absolutely
incredible.
See, the interesting thing about adventure mode is I want something like Subspace. You want something like Melee's one, don't you? Because I mean, personally, I preferred Subspace, not because I don't like Melee's one.
I like both.
I like the cutscenes in Subspace. That's why I like it so much.
Yeah.
The clash of these. I don't. If we get an adventure mode, I think it'll be somewhere in between. I don't think it'll be as long as Subspace, but I think it will go through different.
I did love Subspace, but I just liked how
set in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Each franchise had its own stage in adventure mode in Melee.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take any. I like both anyway, but I just like. I mean, the cutscene at the beginning of this with Simon Belmont and Luigi and stuff was so well done.
Yeah.
Like, there's a good chance that they could be showing off cutscenes from a single player anyway by using these.
Yeah.
You don't know. Same with DK's one with K. Rool. Like, you could set that up in adventure mode. Like, you're playing as and they're waiting around. Suddenly, King K. Rool's up and you're in a level. You know, so we'll have to see. But I think we pretty much covered everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think so.
We're just excited, very excited. Don't have to wait long. I can't wait. I want the game now. I want a demo or something.
4 months. When was the game announced? Was it March?
E3.
Oh, it was E3, wasn't it?
Oh no, it was announced in March, but there was no date. E3 gave us a date. That was 2018, December 7th.
But it was March when we got the
Splatoon clip.
Yeah. So that was 5 months ago.
Yeah.
So we're over halfway there since.
We are not far away from playing this game.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I will not be leaving the house for a week. So. But I think that's going to cover it for today. So thank you very much for listening and listening to us blabber and gush over this. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to hear more about this stuff, hit subscribe. We're trying to do more Smash stuff anyway, as well as some other content. And feel free to comment below if you watched it. Like, tell us your thoughts, because we are fucking over the moon right now. But until next video, it's going to be goodbye from me and goodbye from Mr. Mark.
Thanks for listening. Bye.